Thunderbolts. Yeah, the Thunderbolts. There's a lot of good characters in there that we can do, but I'm gonna start with the Sentry. I think I'm gonna keep it simple for now. I have a lot of really cool ideas I want to do with it, but I think for now we'll just do one of our old school loops or something like that. I gotta do something, right? So let's start with our guy. Let's just kind of get the body right. Let's start right here. I feel like I haven't drawn in a long time. So when we draw a character, that's the shoulders and chest, right? Then that's like the torso. And then you want to get the hips in there. He's got to have some hips with the obliques. Get the shoulders. Even though we can't see that side, we got to do the shoulder over there too. Don't want to overdo the muscles. I'm using a reference image to kind of help draw some of this. Man, I feel like it's been forever. This is exciting. I love that I feel like a novice all over again. I feel like I'm learning this all over again with you. Let's try it. Let's go. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we do. What we get out of it. So with the Sentry, I see different poses that he does. All of it's very menacing, right? It's very like, oh, I'm powerful. But we gotta do something where we get the full grasp of him. And there's another little surprise I want to kind of do with it too. It's not just the Sentry. It's another portion of the Sentry that I want to put in here too. But we gotta get our guy good first. Get our guy good. How's everyone doing? I'm feeling a little mellow right now. Like how this music is. So definitely got to get the legs in there. I wouldn't worry too much about how it looks, but more about getting the proportions right, you know? Make sure everything is where you want it to be. A little bit of a bend there. Just kind of visualize what your character looks like. How's that look? Like it's coming together a little bit, right? Like you can kind of tell what you're looking at. Man, it's been so long. And, you know, this is still a very rough sketch, but I'm already kind of getting a little too close to it. Make sure you save, 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 save. So this is the shoulders, chest, pecs, and also like these things, whatever this. Is this traps? What is this? Lats? Something like that. I don't know. Now let's go ahead and put the head in there. He's got like a narrow head. A narrow head. So let's make sure we kind of capture that a little bit. He's one of those characters that's always looked like he has a long neck too. So let's just make sure we come up enough. Right now he looks a little stubby, but in all the imagery I see of him, he's not stubby. He's a little bit more long. Kind of like that. I would give it more like that. Alright. So we're going to keep the drawing big for right now. Now let's start just throwing in some details of him that we know of, right? So he has long hair. He usually has a part kind of like this. And his hair kind of is doing some stuff like that, right? We're gonna do a cape. His cape does seem thin. Let's do something like this. Something like that, right? Let's just throw something in there for now. He's gonna have some arm gauntlet things. That's cool. He's a cool guy. Looks like they kind of go over his hands a little bit. He has a big S for Sentry or Marvel Superman. Ooh. You know, it was always kind of funny to see the character Sentry, because it's like, is he supposed to be Superman? But they have another character that's similar. His name is Hyperion. I think he's a Marvel character too. And it's kind of like, who's supposed to be the Superman here? So now I'm just drawing in, you know, anatomy details that I know he has as a character. You don't have to do all this. This is just for my own. I'm just playing around a little bit, really. Oh man, I haven't drawn in so long. I feel like I've forgotten what the body has on it. Does he have boots? Yes, he has boots. He has boot shoes. Shoe boots. Can't have a character without shoe boots. He has like menacing eyes too. I noticed that. He's supposed to be a good guy, but he has a very bad guy look to him. Very menacing. Let's just get rid of that. Let's kind of shape out his neck a little bit better. Something like that. Let's get rid of this circle. Very, very rough drawing, right? I think we can live with this. Look at that. That's a really good start. If you followed along so far and you're doing this right here, you should be proud of yourself. You should be proud of where you've gotten so far, right? You know what I should do? I should make this like a tutorial video or something. Just make a whole explain the process. If you want to join, can you hear me? Actually, I didn't even realize. I wasn't sure if you could hear me. Yeah, you can hear me. Okay, cool. Let's turn this off right here too. I forgot I have some music playing. Unless, I don't know. I'll just leave it on. I'll leave it on. You let me know if it's bothering you. But It's a great start. So, what happened to my pen? Oh, there it is. So, let's take this now and let's go with the next level up. Now we're going to put in a little bit more detail as far as the character's look and everything. It's going to be a first draft. And then when we need to kind of come back and make it a little bit stronger, we'll come back with a second draft. So now I'm just really focusing on the anatomy of the body. Make sure things fit right. Not staying with a particular style at this point. Not sticking to the. I'm using the pre-drawing that we did simply as a guide. I'm not even using it as like a shape or anything anymore. Let me see something else. Because at this point, we're gonna have to start deciding how we want our details to look on the character. And I think we're gonna go with a over-under kind of thing with this here. Oops. There you go. Got some really strong looking. So when you look at the contour of the arm, it's definitely gonna. There's two muscles right here. It's gonna split right in the middle. Just because he's strong, he got a strong body, doesn't mean he can't still have a little, not stomach meat, little waist meat right there. And so already I can tell the anatomy was a little off, the proportions were a little off, because it's not meeting the balance of what his body needs to look like a real body. And I thought I had gotten away from drawing these very straight on kind of styles, but you know, for us getting back into the practice of drawing again, I'm kind of sticking to what I know. But with that being said too, you'll notice I'm not drawing perfect circles, especially when it curves out to where the muscles would be. I really like to do these straight lines, almost like squares. For me, it helps to, like right here, it just helps to kind of balance out my expectations of what a muscle would look like in that particular in that instance. So now feet get tricky. Feet are really tricky. You have to be able to visualize what it is that you're drawing, because it can come out looking like a frog or a box, depending on what you're doing. In fact, let's take a look at what we got so far. That's solid, but I can see already the arm is going to be a problem right here. This is kind of this whole part right here is a problem, but we'll fix that in a second. Man, it feels good to draw again. See what's going on there? That's like, this is like the ankle area. And we can make that a little bit more pronounced once we get to it. I need to get a new pen. I gotta get a new one of these pens. One of these days I might have to just invest and just buy a new one and be done with it. See, again, I'm not using circles. So now this is an elbow. Like so. I'm gonna fix this up a little bit better. Much better, much better. I think I'm gonna do a line like that instead. See, this arm's a little bit bigger, so what we're gonna do so the idea was that the chest was gonna take over a little bit right here. Man. Something like that. But as you can tell, this one's a little higher than the other. It looks like there's definitely some disparity here, just in the anatomy of it. Because I think what we're trying to do, and the problem with it, is that we're trying to keep all of it so straight on proportional. That's not necessarily always a good thing for what you're trying to do, depending on what you're trying to do. If you really want to have that foreshortening and that building of shapes on top of each other, you gotta show some. It's gonna be a little awkward looking. But for this here, I'm gonna bring it down a little bit to proportionalize it some. You know what? Before we do any moving, let's fix this foot. Let's finish this foot. That's kind of what I was trying to do. This is throwing it off a little bit. Let's just bring this up because it's making it like the ankle is further down into than what it actually is. That's just definitely not the case. fix this up a little bit better. So what we're gonna have to do is move all of this a little bit. Save. I know some guys that can just draw these characters straight out. They know the anatomy. They know how it all looks. For them, it's nothing to just throw this thing together. Okay. So this bicep's a little bit longer than the other bicep. Let's go ahead and just fix that. Cool, bro. Look like you lift. So I think I'm gonna have the chest overtake the arms a little bit more. So let's just delete all this real quick. Let's bring this down. I could be completely off with this. Okay, let me look at my reference, the original reference. See, they have the arms overtake the chest. I just don't like that all the time. This music is so smooth. I don't even realize when it's cycling, when it's looping. And then for the boots, gotta get the boots in here too. Let's kind of stretch this way just a little bit. I think that's a really good drawing for having not done it in a while. But now let's make sure we get the face. Nope. Let's go this way. Not really worried about the top of the head. Because we're going to cut this off anyway. Thought I would get away from this kind of drawing, but hey, I mean it's not bad for what it is, right? This is a weird setup for a hand. That's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be straight up like this. There we go. Now let's do the eyes next. I think that'll be the next coolest thing. Let's trash Make the nose kind of like this. Like so. Like so. Just kind of really showing how menacing he looks. The problem is I don't have enough lines. I don't have enough space in between all these lines to really capture it. I don't like how long his upper lip is either. I want him to have a beak mouth. We'll definitely have to refine some qualities as we go into the final. So this is not even the final drawing. This is all still the preliminary. This is like this is the first draft. This is the second draft. And we got a third draft. It's gonna be our final later on. So let's just do our part right here. Excuse me. And then let's do his hair, kind of like this. Sort of like so. Then I'm going to delete some of these lines that show I made a copy of it because I don't want to lose some of these other lines that I think will be necessary later on. Yeah, it needs to come down a little bit more down here. Maybe all this is longer. I think all this needs to come down. I think his torso is a little bit smaller too. Yeah, because he gives me, he's not like that burly body kind of type. He's more the he's like that slim thick. He's that slim thick type. And we can shrink his waist up a little bit too. There we go. I like that a lot better. Want his legs to be a little bit more narrow too. Yeah, that's much better. Even these slight little changes we're doing, and then when you put it all together, it's like it changes the whole character, right? It changes the whole feel of it. Like his arms are not so burly, they're not so like huge. It's a little more slender. Yeah, yeah. Let's do that. I might seem like I'm getting excited about it. I love seeing the results. I love seeing when the character comes together, your drawings and your planning and everything. This is all starts taking shape, starts flowing. But this arm is off a little bit. Something is definitely off about it. You know what? Let's just get rid of the arm. I'll just copy this one. I think it's already a really good arm. There's no need to try to recreate the wheel. We've already done it. We created the wheel already. Okay, but now we got to draw his signature concept design. That's what makes the Sentry the Sentry. Of course, you know, we'll do all this stuff. Okay, that's a good start. So now the idea will be to save, copy. Oh, man. Let's see if we can shrink them down. Put them in the frame. So you can drop his line weight down to about this much. And I'm gonna try something different. And I'm trying not to perfect this so much right now. Perhaps this is all we need for what we're trying to do. And just getting started, you know? So I'll take this and I'll work it up. It's already 8:30, So I'm gonna put a stop to it for now, but I'm gonna work this up. I'm gonna come up with a concept idea of making this a really cool animation, a really cool like through story and everything that y'all can kind of vibe with and feel good about. And we'll go from there. So check me out Wednesday, 2 days from now, and we'll do another live stream. And we'll make it a whole thing. We'll make it fun, and that's what we got to get back to, just having fun with this, you know. So until then, stay tuned. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I got plenty of other videos on the channel you can check out. I also got my Phalandroids episode 1 out. Check that out. And I also have Phalandroids episode 2 that I'm still working on the audio for now, and I'm gonna push that out whenever I get a chance. So yeah, like I said, stay tuned, and catch you next time.